Wonder if we can time travel.
Huh.
Mike, where did you go? Ah!
You will not believe where I've been.
The future? Hi guys, and I'm Ben, and this is
Mike.
and we're time travelers. We travel through time at 1 second per minute.
I tried. If you didn't catch today, why do I have this in my hand? If you didn't catch today, the topic
For
we're
today.
gonna be
Yeah.
is going to be
Wasn't
traveling time.
time traveling.
Where if you could go back anytime.
Anytime.
I know this is a question
Any place.
that's brought up a lot, but I thought that it'd be a cool discussion to kind of be like, if you could go back, and we'll probably separate into the three categories,
Yeah.
and we can kind of, ask each other the same thing. But
Right.
what time period would you have most liked to experience? Which person in history would you most have liked to met? And if you had an ideal time period to raise a family in, what would it be?
Like pre-COVID, I guess.
I mean, so the first part of that, any time period in history. I mean, is there any time that you would ever like to go back to?
Not particularly.
That isn't in your lifetime. Would you've liked to been in the time period where the spaceship was invented and watched the launch, or would you like to have gone back to medieval time and watched some guy have his head decapitated?
I don't know. I kind of like civilization, so I'm not sure if I would actually like to go back in time and see anything.
Is there okay? So we'll skip that then. Is there a person that you would like to go back and meet from history?
Back and meet in history. Probably either Tesla or Thomas Edison, the
Okay.
inventors,
Yeah.
like any big inventors, whether we know them or not. Like to go back and actually find out who, the stuff in the making and meet the people that
Okay. So Tesla or Edison.
Yeah.
Why specifically those two? Because of the electronic.
just
kind
because
of,
they invented electricity and
Yeah.
they also put out a number of inventions as well,
Yeah.
not just one. So just that fact that they had the mind to think of those things and just see their attitude and their personality.
Got you. How they came up with harnessing it. And
Yeah,
all that
and what it is in them that helps drive them, that they didn't stop, when things didn't work.
Gotcha. Nice. Yeah.
To push the boundaries and go even further beyond.
For me, I
We
would.
can roll back to the time or place.
Yeah.
First question.
That question. Oh gosh, I don't even know. Probably the Revolutionary War. I just would love to see what the heck was going on there. What, how that how the whole thing came to be. What was going on and how America started. I don't know. I thought that'd be pretty cool. A person, honestly, Jesus. I would love to just sit down and listen. I would just like to hear what he said.
But would you be able to listen to what he's saying, or would he just be like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here right now"?
Besides that little hiccup, probably not. That and then I had another question for you about time travel. Now I can't remember what was it. It was really good too.
Should we go back in time and figure it out?
Yeah, let's go. Anyway, that was more history. Now if you could time travel into the future, what would you tell yourself?
What would I tell myself?
Yeah, what would you tell future you?
Future me.
Yeah. Or what would you like to know about future you?
Know about future me.
Because future you would technically come back here to tell you about not to do
Right,
things.
yeah, not to do right, yeah. So future me would come back.
Or
in time
no,
to go
you could
forward.
actually go forward to future you, and if you're living in a garbage can, you'd be like, "What the hell did you do, and how can I fix it?"
There you go, pretty much, right? Yeah. If I could go into the future and let's say if I found successful me, I would probably be like, all right, so what did I do to get my act together here? What am I doing wrong now? Well, then, which I will be returning to shortly.
Very shortly. You now, but after that happened, after this whole thing happened, what
was the defining point at which I started to do it? And then obviously, like you said, what went wrong?
What went wrong?
Why?
Oh, that was the question. If you could go back in time and give yourself advice on something, what would it be?
Oh, if I could go back in time and give myself advice on something, what would it be? That's a good question. I think I might have to mold that one over.
Me too.
If you could go into the future.
If I could go into the future?
Yeah.
If I could go into the future, if I found successful me, I would say, give me some money.
Give me some money.
If I found
let me some money, please.
If I found broken down me, I'd probably would destroy it with fire.
You'd burn yourself?
I don't know, because if I went, I don't like as much. It's weird because I think it's like a life philosophy thing. Like as much as I want to know the future, I actually don't.
Right.
You know, so if I got to that point, it's just like I would just be asking how I got to that point.
Right.
You know.
I feel like if I was like unsuccessful, you know, down in the dumps, whatever, in the future, I'd be like, congratulations, you're the lucky winner of this opportunity to correct your mistakes. Because I'm from the past and I'm here.
Not me. I would just be like, why are you on the side of the road? I would just throw gasoline on him and
like, I know how I'm going to die now. I'm going to come to the future and burn myself.
And murder myself. I don't know. I guess if I were able to go to the future, I don't know. I guess I would want to know everything that happened up to that point. You know, but I guess that's everyone's answer. Yeah. You know.
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to like go into the future far beyond my future and see what happens with everything. Like, do we achieve space travel? Do we go out and explore the galaxy? Like, I don't know. I just always thought it would be really cool to get on the spaceship and go to another planet. Like, that's just awesome.
But no other planet's thriving. So you would just go to desolate and destruction. So you might as well look at future you. That's on the side of the road.
Desolate and destruction. Not necessarily. I mean, there are other things out there, too. And, you know, just, like, study nebulas and stuff. I don't know. I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
So if you could go back, what advice would you give yourself?
Well, if I could go back, what
You're still mulling yourself over?
Oh, don't be afraid of people.
Okay.
Back when I was in high school, especially, like, so growing up as a kid, I had a very, like, what other people thought of me, I was, like, very self-conscious of and aware of. You know, I'm an introvert. Human interaction isn't exactly second-hand nature with me, but, you know, like, I'm not, like, afraid to talk to somebody because I think they're going to pull a gun on me at the supermarket or something if they don't like me. You know?
Well, nowadays, you never know.
But I'm just saying, it was kind of a serious mental block in my life early on. So if I could go back and avoid that, then I probably, you know, would.
Avoid that, yeah.
How about you?
I would say pretty similar. I would say that don't ever worry about what somebody else thinks of you because that person probably doesn't think too fondly of themselves. And don't let other people's judgments of you control your life.
Right.
Now, criticism's a different thing.
Right.
Because I think we all need a little kick in the ass here and there.
Oh, definitely.
Else,
I mean, out of my life growing up, the people that have shaped me are the people that have been the biggest jerks. Well, not necessarily the biggest jerks, but, you know, the people that, like, told it how it is like, you know, hey, if you're going to do that, well, why are you doing that then? You know, like, stuff like that, you know. And I actually really appreciate those. Like, there's at least three people that come to mind when I think of that. And, you know, that were just like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, Okay, well, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
You know,
Because sometimes we don't see it. You know, and I was.
but it helped wake me up and like, oh, well, you know, like there was this one kid in college who was always making fun of me and stuff and whatnot as far as that goes, and I felt like belittled per se in a way, but he also challenged me to do better.
Yeah.
So and in that I did wind up doing better because you know he was like, oh, you know, because I had a pretty good talent and he could kind of see that. And I would just kind of doing the absolute minimum to try and get by. And he's like, you know what? If you sit here and do all this stuff, you know, you can make it as complicated as you want. You're not limited to just doing the assignment.
Yeah.
You could do so much more. And you're just sitting here. And, you know, I didn't actually pay for college. Thankfully, my dad, thanks, Dad, was able to pay for my college, you know, for me. And, you know, especially a lot of other kids that their parents were paying for their college. They didn't really care.
Yeah.
I cared. I just, you know, didn't really like have the mindset of, oh, I can create and do whatever I want.
Your dad went and paid for college, and all you got him was bug spray. I am so sorry, Mr. Marini.
Bug spray?
Bug spray?
Oh, thanks. I could really use this.
But it's kind of a similar thing. I mean, I was a very shy kid. But I think my biggest thing that I would go back and tell myself is that, you know, not everybody hates you.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of what I thought I've kind of floated around to different groups all the time, and it was because I was like, secretly I'm trying to find the perfect friends, but really I was just trying to find myself. Well, let us know where you would time travel to, whether that's past, present, or future. Whether that's past or future. I mean, I guess you could go.
If you want to
you could literally just go 2 steps into the future if you wanted to.
Or if you're just a plain old everyday someone that just wants to time travel at 1 second per minute.
Just like us here.
Woohoo!
Ha!
Time travel.
Patreon.com/Collection of Madness. Make sure you check it out. Great exclusive content on there. If you tier at the $3 level, you get some pretty cool stuff. But if you go any higher, you're going to get even more amazing stuff. And we would absolutely appreciate your donation.
Definitely.
Absolutely love it. Make sure. Yeah, we really would love the support. We thank you for all the support that we already get from you guys.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
You are awesome. All of you are awesome. We are going to go. Goodbye.